I am Dr. Jesse John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur, and today we will discuss anatomy of the spleen. नमस्ते हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. And first we will see what is the spleen. Greek spleen and Latin line. It is taken from the Greek word spleen and Latin word line. And spleen is a lymphatic organ connected to the blood vascular system. It acts as a filter for blood and plays an important role in the immune response of the body. The spleen develops as part of the vascular system in the part of dorsal mesentery that suspends the developing stomach from the body wall. Spleen is an organ found in virtually all vertebrates, similar in structure to a large lymph node. It acts primarily as a blood filter. Now we'll see the position of the spleen. The spleen lies obliquely along the long axis of the tenth. Thus, it is directed downwards, forward, and laterally, making an angle of about 45 degrees with the horizontal plane. You can see axis of spleen. Now we'll see the dimension. Spleen is soft, highly vascular, and dark purple in color. The size and weight of the spleen are markedly variable. Average spleen is 1 inch thick, 3 inch broad, 5 inch long, 7 ounce in weight, and related to 9 to 11th ribs. Location is the spleen is a wedge-shaped organ lying mainly in the left hypochondrium and partly in the epigastrium. It is Waist in between the fundus of the stomach and the diaphragm. Spleen lies against the diaphragm in the area of rib 9 and rib 10. So you can see the position of the spleen here in this picture, more clearly in this picture, how spleen close to the stomach and left colic fracture. External features: spleen has two ends, three borders and two surfaces, and two angles and one hilum. Two ends, the anterior and lateral end is expanded and more like a border. It is directed downwards, forwards, and reaches the mid-axillary line. The posterior or medial end is rounded. It is directed upward, backwards, and medially. The borders are: the superior border is characteristically notched near the anterior end. The inferior border is rounded. The intermediate border is also rounded and directed to the right. And two surface: diaphragmatic surface is convex and smooth, and visceral surface is concave and irregular. Two angles: the anterior basal angle is the junction of the superior border with lateral or anterior end, and posterior basal angle, it is the junction of the inferior border with the lateral or anterior end of the spleen. Hilum lies between the superior and intermediate border. It is pierced by the branches and tributaries of the splenic vessels. So you can see the location of the spleen exactly in this picture and how axis is formed with the axis of the ribs. Now we'll see the relations, peritoneal relations and visceral relations. First we will see the peritoneal relations. The spleen surrounded by peritoneum and suspended by following ligaments. These are gastrosplenic ligament that extends from the hilum of the spleen to the greater curvature of the stomach, and lienoregional ligament that is extend from the hilum of the spleen to the anterior surface of the left kidney, and phanencocolic ligament is not attached to the spleen but supports its anterior end. You can see all the ligaments here. Now we'll see the visceral relations. So, visceral relations here. You can see the left colic fracture and the tail of the pancreas here, and the left suprarenal gland and the stomach. Now we'll see the impressions. The four impressions present visceral surface of the spleen for abdominal organ and the other structure. So these are the gastric impressions, renal impression, colic impression, and pancreatic impression. Hilum lies on the inferior medial part of the gastric impression. along the long axis of the spleen. Diaphragmatic surface. This is the surface separates the spleen from the costodiaphragmatic recess of pleura, lung, and 9th, 10th, 11th ribs of the left side. So you can see here. Now we'll see the blood supply of the spleen. Arterial supply. The splenic artery, the largest branch of the celiac trunk, takes tortuous course to the left along the superior border of the pancreas. It travels in the splenorenal ligament and divides into numerous branches, which enter the hilum of the spleen. As the splenic artery passes along the superior border of the pancreas, it gives off numerous small branches to supply the neck, body, tail of the pancreas. Approaching the spleen, the splenic artery gives a short gastric artery, which passes through the gastrosplenic ligament to supply the fundus of the stomach. It also gives off the left gastromental artery, which runs to the right along the greater curvature of the stomach, and anastomosis with the right gastromental artery. So you can see here how splenic artery gives rise to short gastric arteries and right and left gastromental artery. Now we'll see the venous supply. Splenic vein is formed at the hilum of the spleen. It runs a straight course behind the pancreas and joins the superior mesenteric vein behind the neck of the pancreas to form the portal vein. Its tributaries are the short gastric, left gastroepiploic, pancreatic, and inferior mesenteric veins. Now we'll see the histology of the spleen. There are two main types of tissue that present in spleen are specialized for its main function. White pulp contains lymphoid aggregations, mostly lymphocytes, macrophages, which are arranged around the arteries. The lymphocytes are both T and B cells. Red pulp is vascular and has parenchyma and loads of vascular sinuses. And the lining endothelial cells have wide slits between their lateral margins that act as a filter. Blood cells have to move through these slits before they can leave the spleen, and worn out or defective blood cells are damaged during this process. The damaged cells are then phagocytosed by the numerous macrophages in the red pulp that lies just next to the sinusoids. The spleen is covered by a dense capsule, and there are connective tissue trabeculae which provide internal support for the spleen and carry the blood vessel into the spleen. So you can see the section of the spleen. There is vein, artery, white pulp, red pulp, and capsule present. Now supplying sympathetic fibers are derived from the celiac plexus that are vasomotor in nature. They also supply some smooth muscle present in capsule. And now we'll see the function of the spleen. The spleen is important component of the reticuloendothelial system. The spleen is important hemopoietic organ during the life, and lymphopoiesis continues through life. In adult spleen, hematopoiesis can restart in certain diseases like chronic myeloid leukemia and myosclerosis. Under antigen stimulation, there occur increased lymphopoiesis for cellular responses and increased formation of the plasma cells for the humoral responses. Red blood cell can be stored in the spleen and released into the circulation when needed. Spleen develops in the mesoderm in the cephalic part of the left layer of the dorsal mesogastrium. The development occurs during 6 weeks of intrauterine life. Number of nodules develop which soon fuse to form a lobulated spleen. Notching of the superior border of the adult spleen and evidence of its multiple origin. Accessory spleen or spleniculi, can be found in the derivatives of the dorsal mesogastrium. Now we see the applied anatomy. Palpation of the spleen. Normal spleen is not palpable, but enlarged spleen can be felt under the left costal margin. Splenomegaly is the enlargement of the spleen. Spleen becomes very large and it projects towards the right iliac fossa. in the direction of the axis of the 10th limb, and splenectomy, surgical removal spleen, and it can damage to the tail of the pancreas in during the surgery, so it should be removed very carefully. Splenic puncture, it can be done through the ninth or 10th intercostal space in the mid-axillary line using a lumbar puncture needle, and intrasplenic pressure is indirect record of the total pressure. Splenic venography reveals and confirm the enlarged portosystemic communication in case of portal hypertension. Splenic infarction. The smaller branches of the splenic artery are end artery. Their obstruction result in case signs, and spleen is a danger of trauma to the lower thoracic cage, especially 9th, 10th, and 11th ribs. Pain of the splenic tissue is poorly localized. It is also referred to the epigastrium region. Stretch of the splenic capsule produces localized pain, posterior part of the left upper. Partial splenectomy. There are segmental branches of the splenic artery. Only one segment can be removed according to the state of the spleen. After splenectomy, spleen can be cut into small pieces and these can be implanted within the greater omentum. Now there are assessment questions. These are explain anatomical features of the spleen and explain clinical anatomy of the spleen. Thank you.